Hi guys, another episode in my series looking at this Poundland Nitro Legends Extreme Radio Controlled Supercar. £4 in Poundland, 27 MHz. First episode we put some batteries in it and ran it around and it goes fine. Nice car for £4. Second episode we had a look at the receiver. Just in close so we could see what was on it. Not a lot. Third episode, we looked at the gearbox and motor. Fourth episode, this one, we'll have a look at the steering. I have got playlists where I used to do this quite a lot. So I've got a playlist looking at the steering of radio controlled cars. Toy grade we're talking about. Because there's quite a few variations on how they're done. So there'll be links in the video description to my teardown videos, my radio controlled steering. I can't remember if there's one for the gearboxes, but yeah, have a look in the video description. Anyway, we'll have a look at the steering this time. Before we go in close, one thing about this little setup is it actually uses contacts directly on the back of the circuit board. That little metal wire there, can we get in a bit closer? Yeah, that metal wire there, and the same thing on the other side there, to make direct contact with the tags on there, on the motor. So they've saved themselves a few pennies by not needing an extra pair of wires to go down there. Interesting. Anyway, we'll take this apart now. Are we ready? Clearly we've got 4 screws on top. And when we've undone these, it'll pop out and we'll have to try and remember where all the bits were to get it back together. If you did want steering for your own little radio controlled car, then you could probably just chop the front of this off and move it across to your car. Of course, you could use the whole body shell if it fitted. Right, this is when it's all going to pop apart. I'm holding the front up so the wheels don't push it out the way. Okay, lift this piece of plastic up. Come on, there we go. Oh, very simple. Right, we'll move the camera in a bit closer. So that is exactly what I would call rack and pinion steering. Let's turn it round a little bit. So we have a pinion gear on the motor. And when that turns, it quite simply pushes this rack side to side. And that's your steering. The bit you can't see clearly at the moment is underneath of that. There is a peg going down that's held between a spring, which helps it go back to the middle. So if we can lift this out. Right, now we can see that spring. That's the adjustment for the centre position. If I lift these out. Right, so on the back of there, that pin goes in the middle of that spring. So it goes in the middle of there. Now on most radio controlled cars, that piece there is movable to adjust the centre position. so that if your car's steering a little bit to the left, you can adjust that and it pushes that spring to one side, so it will straighten up the middle position for the car. But that one's fixed, so there's no adjustment on this one. So, can we get it back together? That's got to go in between those spring legs, and we've got to get these on as well. So that on there, that on there, and that on there. And I've missed the pin. Move it over a bit. That's better. That's in the middle. Stay in the middle. Okay, so yes, we can still see that pin is going between the two legs of the spring. Motor in place. Help to hold it in together. And then this plastic moulding went over the top, and that locked everything in position. Oh yes. Yeah, I think we got it. Put the screws back in. Hands in the way, sorry. Like I said, turn it back till you hear it click. That didn't do it. That's better. One in. That should at least mean it's not all going to fall apart now. I think we can zoom out a bit now. Yeah. Goods. Onwards. So that's all back together. Flatten that again. It's not going to be good if I bent it and it doesn't make contact. Right, this fella's got to go on-off switch down through there. Then those got to make contact there. Screw. The screw's got to be down through there, surely. Okay. Power on. Check steering. Right, so that still works. Forwards, backwards. Yep, that still works. So we've taken that apart, put it back together. That still works. I will do one more episode because we'll have a look inside the receiver. Just thinking, were there any other bits? 1, 2, 3 screws. No, that's 3 screws for the cover. In that case, we better put the cover back on as well. Where's the aerial going to go? Right. Still working. Next episode, we'll look inside here. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.